Sunlight has become an enemy. So has stress. Even worse, there are enemies within your own body, your hormones, and the genes that make you who you are. A conspiracy of the world outside and the world within. A conspiracy you must fight every day for the rest of your life. Because it can kill you. The conspiracy has a name. Lupus.
One of the tests that's more definitive for lupus came back positive, and it's also one that in a lot of cases indicates potential kidney involvement. And I think at that point I just kind of lost it, and I remember lying in bed that night thinking, this can't be it. I'm only 31 years old, and I didn't want it to be the lupus that took me, and I was really afraid of dying.
It wasn't death that put the fear in me. The hard part was not being able to move. I was a very active person. I danced for 12 years, and not being able to move, I felt very isolated, and I felt like a very old woman.
When I was a kid, my dad and I used to watch On the Road with Charles Kuralt. I loved that show. And 9 months after I was diagnosed with lupus, Kuralt died. And I read an article that said shortly before his death, he was diagnosed with lupus and that he died of complications of the disease.
When Karin told me that Kuralt had died of complications of lupus, it just made so much sense based on who he was and how he involved the community in his work that we would go on the road.
No one knew the road better than my friend and colleague, Charles Kuralt. It's where he spent his life, looking for stories about ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Charles truly believed that every single person he met had a story that was worth hearing about and sharing. And he made us believe it too. Undoubtedly, some of the people whose stories he told must have had lupus. It affects at least 2 million people in the United States alone. But like most people, Charles probably didn't know that.